We're making some sleeping progress, and this little baby wants to be constantly entertained. Here's your 15-week update. Last week, you'll remember I talked about that dreaded 4th month sleep regression and how Faith was getting up 3 or 4 times a night after sleeping through the night for many weeks. Well, we've made some progress. It's still a little bit hit or miss, but there's some things I've been doing that seem to be helping. The first thing I'm doing is I'm putting Faith in her bed horizontally instead of vertically because she now is too big for her bassinet. We've moved her into a crib, but I have to be honest, the crib is huge. I mean, I could fit like 4 or 5 of Faith's in this crib. So she's still, and babies like to feel contained. So by kind of flipping the orientation, I think that's maybe helping a little bit because she does seem to be sleeping better during her naps and at nighttime. So instead of taking 45-minute naps, she's taking maybe an hour, sometimes an hour 15. So hopefully this is a good sign. The other thing, and this is actually a friend of mine mentioned it because she was going through the exact same thing with her daughter. And she said, what I did is I stopped nursing her down at night. And I have to be honest, there's a little part of me that was really sad to hear that because I love nursing a baby down. It's so comforting, it's so sweet, it's so beautiful. And that's pretty much, what I've been doing with Faith for many, many weeks, and it hasn't been a problem at all. But she brought up a good point that, babies will associate the last time they were up with sleeping. So if the last time she was up, she was nuzzling at my, breast, basically, and with her mama, she's going to remember that and want that again when she kind of wakes up in those moments of wakefulness during the night. I've talked many times how we don't co-sleep. So if you're a co-sleeping mama, that's easy. You just pop them on the boob and they do it and they fall asleep and it's great. But that arrangement doesn't work for us. So for us, that includes lots of wake ups and all that. So I've been experimenting with some different things. And she actually jostled my memory with Griffin. He was such a nurser downer. So every single nap and every single nighttime, he would get nursed down. But let me tell you, he was my worst sleeper. At 14 months, he was still getting up 3 or 4 times at night. So he was not helping, learning how to fall back asleep without the boob. With Paloma, this is what was so weird with her. She, for whatever reason, never would be nursed down. For her, nursing was almost stimulating. It was the weirdest thing. I will never forget that. I'm like, why won't this child fall asleep at my boob? But in retrospect, it was almost kind of a blessing because she never made that association. So she really did not get up much at all. Even in her 4th month sleep regression, it went by very quickly. So a lot of times, because Michael was working from home, I would nurse Paloma, swaddle her, do the whole thing, love on her, and then give her to Michael. And Michael would literally bounce her down and put her to bed. So her association was, oh, okay, I get bounced by dad, not that great. So I'm not going to wake up a million times in the middle of the night. So it got me thinking, so I've been doing that a little bit with Faith. So instead of nursing her down, I nurse her first, and then I kind of do a little bedtime routine with her, sing her songs, swaddle her, cuddle with her, and then put her down. And it's been working somewhat. There's been some nights where she gets up once or maybe twice. Some nights she's still getting up 3 or 4 times. So it's kind of hit or miss. I think I'm going to pull in Papa Natural to have him help out too. And we'll see how that goes. Another thing is when I've been bouncing her down, I get her drowsy and then I put her into her crib and then she'll open up her eyes and then sometimes she'll just fall back asleep herself, or I'll even kind of like put my hand on her chest and kind of rock her a little bit and so that she falls asleep in her crib. That is really powerful because then when she wakes up, she'll think, oh, I'm in my crib. Oh, this is where I sleep. This is where I fall asleep. And, hopefully she will fall back asleep and not have to get up and want mom again. So those are some things I'm trying, and it is helping because frankly, I need my sleep. I don't function well if I'm not sleeping. I've got 2 other kids to take care of. I'm like, okay, we're getting there. In other news, she is Miss Social. She loves to talk. She's my most verbal child. She will imitate you. She will just jabber, and it's so fun. She's also giggling consistently. You know how sometimes you'll get a little baby laugh here or there? Now she will consistently laugh with us. She has got a great sense of humor. She just thinks we're hilarious. She thinks the our older kids are hilarious. So she's just a really fun baby who loves people. She'll be held by pretty much anyone. babysitters, grandmas, you know, neighbors. She loves people. And I find that she also gets bored. So if I put her in her little activity mat and she doesn't want it, you know, she's not feeling it, she will call out immediately and be like, this is unacceptable. Where before it seemed like she would really cry only if she was tired or if she was hungry. So this is new. And so I have to shake it up. You know, we kind of do this circuit where it's like she's a little bit on the activity mat. Sometimes she's in a Bjorn chair. Sometimes we'll go outside. Sometimes we'll do some baby carrying. I mean, we kind of rotate it around because she needs that diversity and that variety. So it's just cool to see that whole social aspect of my baby coming to life. And I'm sure you're seeing exactly the same types of things. In terms of her physical strength, she's also sitting up pretty well. So I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit with her sitting up. Of course, I'm helping her and supporting her in many, many ways, but this is good for her to build up that core, to help her prepare for more and more rolling, more and more sitting up, eventually being in a little high chair to eat, and of course, crawling some days. So that's pretty cool to see. So hopefully you and your little 15-week-old are doing great, and we'll catch you next week. Hi, I'm Genevieve Howland, aka Mama Natural, and this is my third baby, Faith. Together, we'll be taking you through baby's first year. So be sure to sign up for your free updates at mamanatural.com or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next week.